You don't like people who aren't Christian. You're planning something big. You're introverted. You wish you could go back to freshman year. You've never had a boyfriend. You regret changing your major. You want to get married young. Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to my kitchen. I'm filming here today because I am going to be doing some baking in this video. I thought it would be really fun to answer some assumptions you guys have about me, which I asked you on my Instagram. Follow me, by the way, if you want to. But I thought it'd be cool to bake a fun little springy dessert while I answer those, just to keep the video fun and fresh. So today we're going to be baking some lemon poppy seed scones. I'm excited about it. Also, it's been a bad hair day. Let's just ignore that. If you guys are new here, I'm Sophia. I make videos all about college, lifestyle, fun little vlogs, and faith-related videos. So I'd love it if you would stick around and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. We have a lot of fun on this channel. So I don't want to keep talking. Let's just hop right into the video, make some scones, answer some assumptions. Maybe you'll get to know me a little bit better, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get started. We've got our bowl here. I'm also gonna have the recipe linked down below if you guys also want to make these, because I'm hoping they turn out delicious. We're just gonna start with some pretty surface level ones. You had straight A's in grade school. Actually, no, I did not have straight A's. Fun fact, I did not have straight A's until last semester of college. That was my first time ever having a complete set of straight A's. I always worked hard in school. I was never a slacker or anything, but I'm the type of person who has to study a lot in order to get A's. Like, it doesn't just come super easy to me. So I was always an A-B student. I never had like C's really. I think I only had one C in geometry. That was rough for me. But other than that, A's and B's, and that's why I was super excited to have straight A's last semester. That was a first for me. Now we're gonna add in some sugar to these. Next assumption, you're introverted. And yes, I would say this is definitely true. I'm the type of person who, I love being around people so much and I love being social. I need to be social, but I do also really need my alone time. That's when I recharge and recenter and just kind of process things. Next one says, you don't like people who aren't Christian. And when I read this, I was like, that's so sad. I hope nobody assumes that about me, because that is completely the opposite of how I feel. For those who don't know, I am a Christian and I talk about that quite a bit on my channel. But as a follower of Jesus, I am called to love everyone. Even if I don't live the same way that they do or agree with all the things that they do, we're called to love everyone. So that is definitely false. I have lots of friends that aren't Christian and I love them with all of my heart. I pray for my friends that aren't Christian and I'm always there to talk to them if they ever have questions. If you're not Christian, I still love you. You regret changing your major. That is also false. I'm actually so happy that I changed my major, because I used to be a film studies major and I wanted to do that from freshman year until now. Basically, I always had it set in my mind that film was my path of study, because I've been doing YouTube since I was in 8th grade and that was just the closest thing that aligned with my interests. This looks like a huge quarter teaspoon. Am I wrong? Like, that's big. Back to what I was saying, from freshman year until second semester junior year, which is, I'm a junior now, I was a film studies major. And those who've been watching me for a while, you would know that I was questioning changing for a while. I think sophomore year is when I really started to question, because the classes I was taking, they just didn't really align with my interests of what I thought the film program would be. And at UNC Wilmington, the film program is really good and I learned a ton, and I'm glad that I took those classes. But I kind of realized that I don't see myself ever going into that type of film production, like movies or film theory, so I decided to switch. And I switched into studio art as my major, which some of you guys were probably really surprised because I never talked about art or anything that much, and I honestly didn't consider myself an artist at all. I just saw the major, and that, to me, all of a sudden I had this clarity that that's what I wanted to do, because I figured it would teach me a lot of different creative techniques that I might need in my career one day. I don't know exactly what that looks like right now, but all I know is that I need to be doing something where I'm making things all the time and just being artistic. I'm taking really cool classes that I'm just learning so much in, and I'm very excited to take more art classes. I know they're probably gonna get super hard, but it's like a fun type of challenge a lot of times. So yeah, I don't regret changing my major at all. Also, let me just interrupt really quickly and say that poppy seeds are ridiculously expensive. These were $6 or $7 just for this little bottle of poppy seeds. And I looked all over the store, finally found them. This was the only option. And we only need a teaspoon of these, so that's nice that I just spent that money and I'm only using this much. The recipe I'm using said to freeze the butter before using it, and I have to grate it into this flour mixture. I hope that I have a grater. Oh no, I might not have a grater, everyone, so I don't think I have one. I just found one. We're good. I think we just have to grate this into the mixture and we'll be good to go. Okay, back to the assumptions. Somebody said you wish you could go back to freshman year. For a while, I think last year I probably would have said yes, because I think I talked about it in a few videos that I really loved freshman year and things just felt very different sophomore year and it was kind of a hard time for me. But now the answer would definitely be no. I'm so grateful for where I am right now. I love my internship and my friend group and my classes and where I live, and I just feel very, very blessed for where God has led me since freshman year. And it's not just physical circumstances, it's also just where my head has been and my faith walk. Freshman year, I was just not as close to God as I am now, and I didn't really have a relationship with him. Over this past year, I've been so grateful to have grown so much. I look back at old videos sometimes and I don't know how to explain it. I'll just think to myself, oh, I don't like how you're acting. Like, you seem kind of moody or a little more ungrateful or just not pure-hearted, and I didn't even realize it at the time, and maybe nobody else would even realize it, but just since I know myself, I just can see that there's a change. And it's also such a good feeling because last year I remember like wanting freshman year back and wanting all those memories and trying to get back to the place where I just felt like my happiest. It was almost like I was looking for those happy moments, trying to grasp onto those. It's really freeing now that I don't feel that way, first of all, but also knowing in my heart that I don't need to chase after experiences or feelings or memories. I want to be present and appreciative of where I am. I can miss it but not want to be back there, if that makes sense. So we're gonna crack a little egg in here, and then we need half a cup of sour cream. All right, the next assumption is you've never had a boyfriend. And I know I've talked a little bit on my channel about boys, especially from that painting pumpkins and boy stories video that I did with Sophie last year. I don't think I've ever mentioned an actual relationship on this channel before. I usually keep that stuff pretty personal. I actually have had a boyfriend before. The next one says you want to get married young. And I think it's funny that one of you guys asked that, because for some reason I feel like there's this stigma that a lot of Christians, like, their goal is to get married young, like the term ring by spring. I definitely could not see myself getting married right now. I'm literally only 20 years old, but I'm also not judging people if they do get married that young, because it works out really well for a lot of couples. I don't know, I'm gonna trust the Lord's timing. The next assumption says you're planning something big, and I actually really liked this one for some reason. I feel like I constantly have these ideas in my head, especially if I'm really feeling inspired and hope that one day I can make them happen. I don't know if the word big is the right thing, but I am planning something this summer that I'm super excited about. I don't want to really give away any details because I don't want to speak too soon about it, but I'll give you a little hint that it has to do with t-shirts. I kind of hinted at this last summer too, but it just wasn't the right time. So I do have lots of ideas and plans, and I'm hoping that this summer I'll have time to actually execute them and start trying to make them happen. So I don't know, but I'm very excited about it, and you guys should definitely follow me on Instagram if you want to stay up to date with all that kind of stuff. This one really made me laugh. It says you actually hate the hand thing, but you say you love it. And for those who don't know, on my Instagram, we have a little inside joke going. Every time I post a story and my hand is in it, it just always happens to look weird and gross. I always say hand with heart eyes, and it's become a running joke. And now you guys point it out all the time on my Instagram, and it'll DM me like hand if I don't point it out first. So honestly, I truly do love that though. Like, I feel like it's a joke and we're all a big friend group and we're all just messing around with each other. It's super funny. It makes me laugh every single time. The next one says your love language is quality time. When I took the test, my number one was words of affirmation, which is definitely accurate. My number two is actually quality time. So they're both pretty highly ranked. And here we go. This is the perfect little dough ball. Now I'm just gonna flatten this dough into a little 8-inch round and then cut it up into little scone slices. Now that the scones in the oven, I'm gonna make the glaze for them. Put in some lemon juice. I just shot that all across the counter. I'm gonna put in some lemon juice. I would use the actual lemon that I got the zest from, but I don't have a lemon juicer and I don't wanna just squeeze it, so I'm gonna use that lemon for cooking later. So we're using this, which I had already. So a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And while the scones are still hot, I'm gonna drizzle this glaze over them. Perfectly golden brown. These scones are. It smells super lemony and delicious. I'm and rip off a little piece. The lemon flavor is so delicious. The perfect texture. Look at that. They kind of melt in your mouth. So good. You guys should definitely make these yourselves. I'm gonna have the recipe linked down below. If you make them, make sure to tag me on your Instagram story and I'll repost you. That would be so cool. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought and if you want me to do more baking videos. Hope you guys are all having a great week. I love you all so much. Make sure to subscribe down below if you want to stick around for more videos and follow me on Instagram. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.